Hey guys, this is Jenna. Welcome to video 4 in our planning day series. I hope you've had a chance to watch 1, 2, and 3. Please follow along with those and then come follow along with this one. And we're going to set up our first double page spread that we're going to duplicate over and over and over and over and over and over again today. Let's begin by opening up a typical collage page. I am going to use design F for the left side of my double page layout. First thing I'm going to do is change the background color. If you don't want to do that, don't do that. And actually, let's, instead of tapping on that big 4x6, we're going to go ahead and tap on one of these 3x4s and add our photo. So add your photo and then add an overlay if you want to use one. Okay, remember, so you just replace the picture if you want to use it. You're going to trash this anyway if you don't, so it doesn't matter. That's not the photo you're really going to use. Remember, it's just a placeholder. So let's use the Project 52 Fresh kit for this page. It's free in the app. Everybody should have access to that one. So let's add a card there that says week 1. We're going to go ahead and tap on this pocket and add a card in there. Say yes to new adventures. We're going to tap, if we have any this year, tap on that pocket and then come down here and add a journal card. I'm going to choose this one right here. And then I'm going to tap on this pocket and add a filler card. I'm going to use this one that has just some little dots on it. So now we can add our journaling. And I'm going to paste in that silly sentence. And I'm going to go ahead and also add a freeform text box. If I decide to use a kit outside of the app, this is here and ready to go. All right, let's do the date up here. Let's go ahead, and this is where you need to decide how you're going to start and end your pages. I'm going to start with January 1st through January 10th. Okay, and I'm going to change this to the title font I want to use, and I'm going to enlarge it just a little bit. I'm going to use that slider. 14 is good for now. I'm also going to add a freeform text box here just in case. Again, it's better to have all the organization done now. You can easily delete this later. I'm going to go ahead and change the font, but I'm not going to worry about the size because I really don't know what I'm going to do with that, if anything. So it's easy to change the size and move it around, but I may not remember or may not want to mess with finding the same font I've been using for titles. If you like consistency, that's important as you set up this project. Okay, so this page is built. You're going to fill in your photos here. You can move these around, of course. This is just an idea. And now we're going to update the page information and name this page 2 because I know this will be on the left side of my first double page layout. And I'm going to date it at the end of the first week. Or guys, if you are making monthly pages, which is how I scrap, so I know that's what mine will be, I'm going to date this first thing January 31st if you're making a monthly layout. And then you just put January in the title instead of the date up there. You change that card, make it something else, and you just put January in there. Then you can duplicate this for each month, and we're going to duplicate it for each week. Okay, so we changed that information. Let's add it to our folder. Be sure to do all of these things. Don't skip anything. Don't skip any of these steps. Okay, and now we're going to build the right side. So again, we're just going to do a collage page. I'm going to switch to F3 and I'm going to add a photo. Don't forget the photo and the overlay. And I know this is a little bit tedious, but it will really help. I think it'll just give us such a good jumping off point for a new project. Okay, now we're going to go back to Project 52 Fresh. And I'm going to add this filler card right here. If you're a big journaler, you might want to go ahead and add a journal card there. I'm going to add filler cards here In this pocket, I'm going to add this bird. In this pocket, I'm going to, I'm going to add this card. This card, please. There we go. And in this pocket, I'm going to add something I saw. It said, week by week, this is our story. I like that. Okay, so let's add the journaling. I'm going to paste in that silly sentence. Oh, maybe not. Maybe it's timed out, I guess. I don't know. Does it do that? The quick brown fox jumps over a lazy, dog. Okay. Now I'm going to add a freeform text box. Same story, right? And close that out. Yeah. Oh, let's change the background color. I haven't done that. Let me do that. Again, you don't want to forget anything, because if you're going to duplicate this for all your future pages, you need everything on this page to be accurate. So if you want to add more journaling here or freeform text over this as well, go ahead and do it now. If you end up deleting it later, it's just 1 second to delete it and 2 seconds to create it right now, right? So go ahead and do that if you want. And then now the right side is built for that double page layout. We're going to update the page information. I know this is going to be page 3. I'm going to date it also for the end of that first week on the 10th. And I'm going to apply those changes, and I'm going to add it to our folder, 2021. Okay, I'm so excited. Okay, so now let's go to the folder. Remember, tap on folder there if you don't see them. And 2021, here we go. We've got our backup marker. We made our cover page. We made page 1. Now we've got page 2 and 3. Also these two templates to duplicate, the no shadow template to duplicate and the editorial template to duplicate. So setting up a folder and sorting it a certain way really helps. And I want to show you, if you sort your folder, you can sort it different ways. But if you choose one of these, just know that it sorts all your folders the same way. You can't pick and choose, each folder be different. It has to be the same. I always do folder order because it's the one that allows you to drag and drop and move your pages around. And so I'm going to go ahead and add page 2 up here. All I did was press and hold, and then I'm going to have the cover page, page 1, and this template at the end. I'm going to duplicate these pages, and then as I finish them, I can press and hold on this and move this, so I keep track of what I have exported and uploaded to a cloud and saved and backed up. It's such a helpful tool. So let me put that back. And now we're going to set up week 2, 3, and 4 and get our first month done. So if you created a January page with me, these are the ways you're going to duplicate for February, March, April, May, all through the rest of the year. And if you created a weekly page with me, you're going to do this a whole lot more and duplicate it for every week of the year. Okay, so let's do it. You want to duplicate the page from this view. From the folder, you want to duplicate the page. You don't want to duplicate it from the main page view. So let's go ahead and tap, not press and hold, just tap, and all these options come up. Here's where you want to duplicate the page. So we're going to duplicate that. We're going to duplicate that. Okay, so now I'm going to come up here. I'm going to edit the page. We're going to add a week 2 card to this and change the date. You guys see what I'm doing, don't ya? You know. All right, so now we're going to say January 11th through January 17th. And yeah, tap on the magnifying glass to get all the way back. Week 2, January 11th through January 17th. Now, we're going to change the information. We're going to delete all this. We don't need any of that right now. But we're going to give it the correct date for the end of that week or the end of that month if you're making and duplicating monthly pages. So I'm going to scroll to January and choose the 17th. Apply, and there we go. So now that is all taken care of right there. I'm going to press and hold and put it right there. Now this one right here, we don't really need to change any journaling on it, so you don't even have to open this page up. You can just simply tap and update the page information, delete all that, give it the correct date, January 17th, apply, and move. Press and hold, move. Okay, so now I'm going to duplicate it for week 3, but I'm going to use the, each one I make is the one I'm going to duplicate. I'm not going to just continually duplicate these. I'm going to go ahead and use the one I just made. Seeing that card and seeing the dates might help me just stay on task. So let's duplicate that page. Let's duplicate that page. And in all honesty, you could just do one of these and duplicate it as you go. But I think I'm going to go ahead and do the whole double page spread each time, because I think it will help me stay on track even better. So I want to have everything at my fingertips. I just want to drop my photos in, change the journaling, and not remember I need to duplicate that each week or each month. So that's what I'm doing. All right, let's edit the page. Add week 3 to this. Change the date. And I'm going to change it to the 18th through the 24th. Okay. Now, X out of the journaling options, tap on the magnifying glass, and I think we need to also update the information. We're going to delete that, change the date. You got it, right? You got it. Apply those changes, close the page, do the same thing right here. Update the page information. Delete that, change the date to the 24th. Apply. And now again, I'm going to move them up here. I could move all this later, but I'm going to do it this way for now. Okay, so let's go ahead and add week 4. Duplicate this page. Duplicate this page. Change the information. Edit the page. Change the card. Week 4. And change the date on your journaling. Oh, goodness. Don't want that. Here we go. All right. 25th through 31st, right? Yeah. And there we go. Update the page information. Delete that name. Change the date. Easy peasy, right? Oh, you guys. You're going to be set up for the whole project. This is so fun. All right. Close that. And again, we don't need to change anything here. So all we need to do is update the page information. Delete the name. Change the date. Swipe. Choose the 31st. And apply those changes. Press and hold to move. Sorry, I'm forgetting to use the cursor. Press and hold. Press and hold to move. Okay, there we go. So we have our first month set up. We've got week 1 with the week 1 card and the dates. We went ahead and named it because we know those are going to be the first 2 pages of the month. And then now I can add some of these editorial pages or a no drop shadow page, anywhere I want to within this album. And then I'm going to name them as I go. So if I choose to add an editorial page right here, I'll add page 4, and then this might be page 5. So you don't need to name all these pages right now, but you do want to go ahead and date them at the end of the week or the end of the month. Now I do that because when I export, that information sticks because I export from the app straight into my cloud. I use OneDrive, and I'll show you what that looks like. Let me open up one of these pages. I'm just going to go ahead and add that same photo and walk through the export. You want to export as you go. You don't want to wait till the end of the year to export all your pages. This app is not a storage app. It's for creating pages. So you want to export as you go. And here's what I do. I'm going to export the 12 by 12, and I'm going to save the image to my camera roll. If you don't see that right there, come down to the bottom, tap Edit Actions, and add any of these options up here. Okay, so let's do that. Save the image. That'll go to my camera roll. Then I can share it with a friend or post it on Instagram or whatever I want to do. But I'm going to also export this 12 by 12. You guys, obviously I've fixed the journaling, right? I'm going to add it to OneDrive. And if you don't see the cloud you want to use, there's Dropbox, there's a bunch of different options. Tap More and see what you have in here. And you can edit this and add them to the options. I'm going to go ahead and close that and show you how I use OneDrive. The reason why I name and date the pages is because it shows up right there. You can see the first 2 digits are the year, the second 2 digits are the month, and the last 2 digits are the date. And then the underscore and then the name I gave it. So if that gets too long and complicated, you can't see the whole thing. So I don't complicate my naming. I just date it and number it. And then I upload to OneDrive and it'll be in my cloud. I'll go to my computer, download it, and then upload it to my printing site. I use Persnickety Prints. I don't really print through the app. So that's my process. Everybody has a different process on exporting and clouds, and that is just a whole other series of videos we could do. That's a lot of information. But I hope this helped get you set up nicely for the year. We're going to go through the rest of the weeks or the rest of the months, whatever you're scrapping, through the next few posts in the group. And then join me for a live Q&A at noon, and we'll close it out with that. So I hope you have enjoyed setting this up. I hope it really works for you. Let me actually show you what it could look like when you're done. Yeah, I went through the trouble of setting this up. I'm going to show it off right here. I didn't finish the whole year, though. I'm only through week 21. I don't scrap weekly, so I set this up just for you guys to have a good visual. You'll have about double this if you finish the whole year, and you'll have these down here as well. And guys, you are just set. And of course, you can go in and change these layouts or add anything in between these weeks and months. It's just at your fingertips, customizable, easily duplicated. And I can't say that word, so I don't know why I try to say it wrong every time. And then here's a monthly folder. This is the one I will probably use because I scrap monthly. So here are my monthly layouts. I used Midnight for this. This is also a free kit in the app, so if you like Midnight, use it. I love Midnight. It's one of my favorites. And then here's the right side of that same double page layout, and then I just duplicated it, and here's February. It's a lot easier to change just that information. Okay, so there is your month at a glance, and here is your week at a glance. All right, and then here's what we made together today. Look at all that. The whole month is ready to go. I'm excited for you guys to get started on any new projects you might have. Please be sure to share them with us in the group. We have a pre-scheduled post every Sunday morning at 10 for weekly pages, and we also have one on the 3rd of each month for monthly pages. Feel free to add anything you want to those, and also feel free to add anything to the wall, any pages you make to the group page anytime. But those pre-scheduled posts are helpful reminders and prompts, and it's great to see how other people scrap the week. Be sure also to think about any possible birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, events. You could maybe even add a note in January if you know you have a family reunion. Add that to the journaling right there. In February, you don't want to forget Valentine's Day. Be sure to add that. March, spring break, if anybody's having one. So be sure to make notes of all of those special events, milestones, birthdays, anniversaries, any of that in your journaling now, and you won't forget. Maybe, maybe it will help you remember as much as possible. Anyway, I hope this helps. It was fun scrapping along with you today. Again, be sure to join me at noon for the live Q&A, and we'll talk again soon. Thanks for following along. Talk to you later.